shifting.
Okay, please continue before I cut you off, Senator. Yung sinasabi niyo kanina.
Well, you know, one sideline question here is this. If we are going to project what we are to the other countries, the question is, are we shifting alliances? Yung bang nadidinig natin, yung nakikita natin, is this an indication that we are shifting alliances?
Okay.
Remember,
they're saying that, if the Americans themselves are not interested, why should we be the one to be ahead of it? Pero this is our country. Bansa natin to eh.
They are interested.
Oo, pero parang gusto natin
Freedom
sila mauna.
of navigation is an issue.
It feels like they want, it feels like we want them to defend us instead of us taking the first step to defending ourselves.
We don't even have to mention that eh.
Yeah, kaya,
What we have to mention, again, I go back
Rule
to
of law.
my rule of law and the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, number one. Number two, the ruling of the court.
What you're saying is while we're announcing this to the world, we should do our homework already.
Exactly.
Ito, itatanong ko po sa inyo, Senador. Merong mga Marines na nasa LST. What do we... Wala ba tayong plano para sa kanila? I mean,
Presence.
why are they there? Don't we... Wala ba tayong plano? Are we going to beach another ship beside them para may bago na naman silang pwede? We have no game plan.
Maybe we should now think na replace that ship with structures.
Okay.
Meaning,
and we should do it, no?
we should.
Bakit, why aren't we doing it again? Because it's suicidal. I mean,
No,
talo na tayo.
Hindi naman. I think the economics of the thing is a major factor to consider. For example, yung failure to occupy Pugad,
Yes.
yung 1,200 years na. Ang issue doon was economics. For example, it will be difficult to resupply. We are finding the resupply.
Okay, food and everything, water.
Yes. For example, one time sa Pag-asa, a Marine died. And we could not recover.
Okay.
Kasi rough seas. Bagyuhan eh. Panahon ng bagyo. So I asked for an aircraft from the Air Force and I took a corpsman with me because I'm a master parachutist. We planned, the two of us planned to jump to deliver formalin.
Okay.
Para hindi formalin. Mabuti na lang yung pilot. Mahusay yung pilot. Iniland kami.
You were able to land.
Pero, kasi yung seaplane, merong porthole. Patalbog-talbog yung sa waves.
Rough.
Nakita ko doon sa bintana.
Dagat.
Dagat na eh, tubig na eh. So, that's how difficult it was. There's another Marine who died.
Okay.
We asked the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marines to recover them by air.
Okay.
Helicopter.
In the States...
That was, so in other words, the economics of the thing probably may be the reason why we failed to put in what we have to put in.
But the statements that have been coming out, does it lead other countries to actually respect us when you make statements like those?
That's a problem. We have to really, for example, I told the Japanese, we need to build up alliance.
Okay.
Common interest countries relative to the area. We have, as a matter of fact, I said to the Japanese, maybe you should take the lead.
Yes.
Except you have a problem. Your constitution
Prevents you
from doing it.
Yeah, it's a defensive.
So, if you are going to pursue this line, I said, will you need to amend
your
the Constitution?
Constitution.
And
Okay.
they said, no, we don't need to amend the Constitution. we need to alter our interpretation of our
Tama, tama.
Constitution. Yeah, and
Okay.
they did that.
Ito, tatanong ko
They
lang
did
ito, Senador, no? The issue of having missiles was alive since 1960s, late 1960s. To this day, wala pa tayong missile. Should we quietly buy missiles and start putting it...
Economics.
Kung-
And the practicality of the thing.
Kung may pera ho tayo, should we?
Siyempre.
O, siyempre, okay, yun, masaya na ako doon.
And then the other one is the practicality of the thing.
Kasi,
For example,
Oo.
sabi ng Chinese, nag-deploy sila ng missiles.
oo,
Di ba? Doon sa
yes.
ginawa nilang islands.
Oo.
Anong sabi nila? Hindi naman nakatutok sa inyo yan eh.
oo,
Ha?
oo.
Hindi nakatutok sa amin?
Ganon din sasabihin ho natin, Senador. Itong missiles binili natin, hindi naman nakatutok din sa kanila.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, that definitely according to the ruling of a court and according to the international law, atin yan eh.
We'll change channel po with the short time, Mr. Senator. Sa Philippine Rice po, do you see Chinese incursions happening again in the future? They're just outweighting us with their patience. Eventually, they'll take over.
Mahihirapan sila dyan because on the basis. Kasi outside of their 9 dash line yun eh.
Oo.
They will have to justify.
Maghahanap po sila ng justification. Oo.
Exactly.
But do you see them doing it? Do you see them doing it in the future?
I don't.
10, 20 years down the line?
No, I don't.
You don't see it that way?
Of course, I am making that kind of a judgment based on existing situations.
Okay.
The situations at the moment. Who would think China will have aircraft carriers?
Yes, yes. Okay. Should we be filing diplomatic protest?
Exactly.
Lalo na yung harassment ng, let's say, like
Exactly.
West Philippine Sea, ganito.
Exactly.
We should be doing it.
Exactly. And as I
If
said,
we don't do it, what does that tell us?
well, maraming interpretation yan. You
Surrender na kamo, Mitrocom ini.
Alliances,
Okay.
our own, etc. So we have to focus on one thing. And this is, alliances is one,
Rule of law.
maintain, and then rule of law is another.
Okay. And then do our homework. We'll start to build up our defenses.
Whatever, if we
Okay.
can. No?
Okay. BBL po. Where is Senator Rodolfo Biazon on BBL?
You know, there was an effort by former President Aquino to get it passed through the last Congress.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, there was a presentation in Malacanang on the Malacanang version.
Nandun kayo.
Initially, ayaw kong umattend.
Ayaw mo.
Pero nung tinanong ako, bakit di ako attend?
Oo.
So umattend ako
Umattend,
nung one time.
okay.
Umattend ako.
Oo.
Present na naman niya.
Oo.
Hindi na ako umibo.
Yung Malacanang
I
version.
will, yes, I will just do it on the floor. And I did it on the floor.
Yes.
Because I found 6 provisions of that Malacanang version. And, version na rin ng those who are supporting it. 6 provisions unconstitutional.
Okay.
Nung nire-raise ko to sa floor, may nagtanong po sa aking lawyer, are you the one who would determine whether a provision is constitutional or not? Ang sabi ko, binasa ko rin yung Constitution eh. I tried to understand what our Constitution is all about.
Yes.
I said. So it does not have to take a lawyer
Yes.
na you should have only one army.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Kasi doon dalawa eh.
Yes, yes.
You should have only one police.
Yes.
And certain constitutional bodies cannot be chopped up
Yes.
and redistributed.
Yes.
Punta tayo ngayon sa There is a proposal for the BBL.
Yes.
There is a proposal for constitutional amendments.
Yes.
To me, there is a question. Alin ang dapat mauna?
BBL?
Yung BBL or your constitutional amendment?
Or your federalism?
Shifting to
Federalism.
federalism. I said, because which should influence the shape of either one.
Yes.
Halimbawa, pinasa natin yung BBL.
Oo.
What that will do? What will that do in the crafting of the
Federalist.
shift
Federalism.
constitutional amendments? Baka ang magiging mauuna dyan yung BBL.
Yes.
Kasi nauna eh.
Yes, yes.
Now, to me, if we are going to amend the Constitution, shift to another form of government, dapat yun ang unahin kaysa
Hindi yung
sa
BBL. Tama.
Dapat yun ang unahin. Kasi yung BBL should conform
To the Federalist
to the
concept.
exactly
Yes.
Federalist concept. Kasi remember, pagka Federalist concept, you cannot have one Federalist state with different structure than the next
Yes.
Federal state. Dapat pareho yan.
Tapos, I think, the Tausogs, the Miswari factions, and the Kirams, those that are sea-based, want their own federal form of government,
Exactly.
separate from BBL.
Exactly.
So baka mabago itong BBL under a federal form of government.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, miski noon pa, yun ang nakakatuwa, no? Pinupus namin yung BBL. Kasama ko doon si Tupay Loong,
Yes.
Congressman Tupay Loong. And do you know who Tupay Loong was?
He was a former rebel.
He was a former rebel.
Yes.
The first major encounter between government, my battalion,
Kayong dalawang nag-abot.
kami magkalaban.
Okay.
And then, nakikita nila nung mga tao, pinupus namin.
Okay.
Together.
Oo.
Kasi sabi ng tao, ay, tignan mo nga yan, oh.
Nagkasama na.
Kagaya ka rin kami ni Gringo.
Oo.
One time, nagkasama kami sa Geneva. Anyway,
Yeah.
we have to determine first. Ano unahin natin?
BBL or federalism.
Federalism.
But haven't you noticed that from the MOA AD, of GMA to Aquino, and to the present one, we seem to be confined to pushing just the MILF version of the BBL without taking into consideration the other sectors, the other stakeholders.
The other stakeholders.
The IPs, the MNLF, of Nur Miswari,
Exactly.
and so many others.
Kaya nga,
Parang lahat ho ito MILF lang.
Kaya nga nung kinoconsider na ito kay President Arroyo, one thing that I objected at that time was the selection of Malaysia as
Yun nga.
at that time
Yes.
as the go-between.
Yes.
You know? I said, hindi pwede. Kasi may conflict of interest tayo
Yes.
dyan eh.
Sabah, yes. Bakit
Sabah.
wala po yung Sabah sa ancestral domain na sinasabi dun sa BBL?
Ano na yan eh?
O dahil Malaysia talaga ang nasa likod? Aminin na natin.
Hindi, ito. Kasi sa atin, ano na lang, ang tawag, symbolism na lang yung ating continuous claim to Sabah.
Okay.
The world has known that ito, ang Pilipinas, et cetera, et cetera. As a matter of fact, there is a model that we can use if we pursue sa China. Yung agreement natin between Indonesia and the Philippines on the determination of the EEC boundary between the Philippines and Indonesia.
Okay.
Meron tayo doon eh.
Okay.
That could be a model. But let's go back to,
yes.
to BBL.
Tinutulak pa rin yata ng Malaysia siguro itong tingin nyo? Quietly, kasi MILF eh.
Yeah, well,
We cannot discount it.
we cannot discount it,
Okay.
but I do not see the propriety, diplomatic propriety na Malaysia will come out openly.
Okay. So they're just hiding behind the MILF.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, sayang po, hindi natin natanong yung tungkol sa Senate na 10 billion building. Maybe we'll postpone that for another discussion. But we'd like to thank the good Senator for taking time out to be part of this program. Marami pong salamat,
pleasure.
Senador. Please don't keep quiet. Please continue
Well,
talking.
I have retired as a public official,
But not as a statesman,
but
I hope.
not as a citizen.
Okay. Good enough, good enough. Okay, thank you very much po. And give my regards to Rufy po kasi naging guest ko rin po dito. Thank you very much. At ito po si Eric Espina palaging nagsasabi, magmasid, makialam, higit sa lahat ay manindigan. Dahil wala pong magmamahal sa Pilipino kung hindi ang Pilipino. Daghang salamat, mayong gabi, kaninyong tanan.